Because Josh Brown has a new edition of his educational video series for beginning investors. How President Trump's tax bill has impacted your investments is online now. It is part of CNBC's new financial education initiative called Invest in You. Ready, Set, Grow is part of our partnership with Acorns, the saving and investing app.
Understanding the new tax law is tough, especially for the ordinary investor just trying to figure out how much they can put in out of every paycheck and make sure that they're invested. So I wanted to talk with my firm's CFO, Bill Sweet, to ask him about the impact of the new tax law on both individuals, corporations, and how it affects investors and their portfolios.
The president described the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, as rocket fuel for the economy.
These massive tax cuts will be rocket fuel for our economy.
And at least from my perspective, anecdotally, talking to clients, talking to folks that we work with, it really seems like this invisible tax cut that mostly went under the radar, I think, for a lot of folks. Now, that's not totally surprising. How often do most people think about income taxes? Once a year, for about 20 minutes, sitting down in front of their accountant. For most people, it ends up being one of the most painful half-hour stretches of their entire calendar year.
I mean, it certainly stimulated the economy and the stock market. You could sort of debate over what the longer-lasting impacts of that are.
Yeah. I think the point that we tried to bring out, and it's not a political point, is just that the White House was not very clear about the way in which those tax cuts would hit the average household. It was baked into your paycheck every 2 weeks or every month or however you're paid. And so that was one of the things that if people had had more knowledge, they might have invested more as the year went on, and it might have been more of a benefit, is number one. Number two, there are some things with the child tax credit. There are some things with the way that you're now able to save if you're a household with a dual income that's $100,000 or below. There are some things that people need to be more educated about. So I urge you, find this video. Shout to Bill Sweet. Guy is not only a certified financial planner, but an accountant, a tax expert, and a combat veteran, decorated. We're really proud of him. I think he did a great job explaining that stuff. So check it out at CNBC.com. Thank you to Acorns.
Guys, I mean, everybody sort of, whether you're even a novice or an expert, you need to figure out how the change in the tax law is going to impact the way you
can't eat pre-tax returns. Like if you're an investor, all that matters is how much you made after fees and after taxes. That's what you actually get to spend. So,
all right, good stuff. To watch that video, go to CNBC.com/investinYou. That's CNBC.com/investinYou. We should also note, as we always do, NBC Universal and Comcast Ventures are investors in Acorns. Coming up.